Let's start it. Brandon. You have to get in your position.
Oh, okay, hold on. Fuck, let me put the guitar
Hold on,
away.
hold on. I'm getting the links. We can do this.
I'm gonna refresh your page.
It'll happen.
Oh, there we go.
God, why am I so damn white?
Oh, now I gotta mute your stream because the delay is gonna be so. All right, there we go.
It's gonna be annoying as hell.
First person here is Clayton Johnson. Hello, Clayton.
Yo.
Luna's here as usual. Hello, Luna. I'm gonna put my guitar away.
Yeah, your full attention should be on the whatever the chat, I guess. And
Don't tell me. Don't tell me what to do.
You are working for me right now.
Yeah. No, I'm not Bronny.
Not that he's Brandon. He's my friend.
Yeah.
That's all I
like
can
you.
say about it.
I'm gonna like your stream prematurely to even out the the dislike ratio.
Yeah, this counts as content showcase. Where the fuck is your stream posters? Whatever. This is where I'm putting it. I'll put it in Bronny's chat too because he's not the boss of me.
So Clayton says that he's missed you. I guess he hasn't attended a stream in a while.
Yeah, we also had to miss the last 2 weeks because, like I told you, I was working Saturdays.
Oh, should have said it. Happy birthday, Luna.
Happy birthday!
Iris Prince says hi, Heather.
Yo, what is on the up and up? Alright, I've stuck my stream link and all the places that you put those things. Alright, everybody, give a hand to Brandon for coming out tonight and moderating for me because Bronny has got some actual real life work to do. What a weirdo.
Dude,
on a Saturday.
Let me give myself a hand. Hold on.
Yeah. So Brandon is helping us moderate today. It was very generous of him, and everyone treat him nice and show him respect and fear. Especially the fear.
That's only if you assert that avocados aren't the best fruit known to man.
I thought they were a
Only
vegetable.
that. That's when you get my fear.
Oh, they're not a vegetable, I guess. Huh.
Okay.
Today we're still
Clayton.
working on the hat for my mom for her birthday. I think the top's coming out really nice. Honestly, this could be a nice doily if you think about it. It's very nice. But
sorry, Clayton, and just be a little nice. He's not that bad.
Is he talking stuff about Bronny again?
Says, yay, Bronny is here. My dream came true.
Clayton, that's not nice. That's my boyfriend, and I love and respect him, and I would appreciate if you also loved and respect him. I understand if you're joshing, but I gotta say it anyway.
And, Clayton, to answer your other question, my OC is not the green unicorn.
What green unicorn? Oh, is he? That was from Bronny's streamer last week. Brandon used to be a brony, but he's not anymore, so he doesn't really have a pony sona. So he doesn't really have anything for me to. Well, he doesn't have like an avatar to go by. I should draw you one or something eventually, Brandon, if I ever want to like throw you into something.
Truthfully, I honestly wouldn't mind that. Maybe not. And I only say pony because I don't know really how else you might draw other types of species, humans or otherwise.
I can show you my work. I've done I've done anthropomorphic cats. I drew a really cool Invader Zim that I can show you. Anything. I mean, you could tell me anything and I'll try and draw it. It's good for me to practice.
Okay. Luna says that I'm now an adult, and as an adult, Luna, it's actually not that bad. It's not as terrible as people say it is.
Oh, Luna, so you're 18 now.
Yeah, she's 18.
Did she confirm that in writing, that she is in fact 18?
Yes.
Okay, you can say swear words now, dear.
Buck and 5 says, how caught up are you with Friendship is Magic currently?
I think I'm up to date, but still, guys, let's not do any spoilers. We don't want that. I definitely have not seen any leaked episodes. I know some people have already seen the ending because they get leaked episodes, but let's not do that. Hasbro's got to get a better handle on their crap. Did you know My Little Pony is ending, Brandon?
You cut out.
Oh, well, did you know My Little Pony is ending?
I know. It's in a whole new generation, I think, right?
Yeah. Did you know that there's gay ponies now?
Yeah, that I also knew.
Sweet.
Okay. Buck and 5 again says, if you and Brawny became married, Heather, would that make his name Brawny Blossom?
No, he'd be Prince Brawnybuck. Obviously.
Let's see. I'm doing it, Clayton, because I don't want to engage really with the whole Clayton Brawny thing. So
yeah, let's.
If we could actually move from that topic, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move that from that. That's not something that's nice. Let's talk about how I just sprinkled water from this lid all over my face. And they've kept this thing freaking shut.
I'm hoping you're keeping hydrated. At least 8 fluid ounces, at least.
Ooh, this is the fizzy one.
Okay. Clayton asks, Heather, how's your mama?
She's alright, managing with my weird-ass family back in California. She's working hard, working her ass off, probably.
Oh, I am aware of your family dynamic.
But the stream is not, Brandon.
Yeah. Let's keep that spoiler-free.
Let's keep that to ourselves and bury it within our souls. Never to speak of it again. Make it sound as awful as possible. All right.
No, I'm all for that. I'm completely fine with that. Okay. So Luna, yeah, the only thing I know is you got a lot of shirts. I'm guessing they're pony themed.
I need Invader Zim shirts. What I need. I saw the Netflix special, something the Florpus. How can I not even remember it? Attack of the Florpus or something of the Florpus, the new Invader Zim special, and I enjoyed it a lot. I liked Invader Zim when I was a kid.
Buck and 5 says, Heather, do you think a changeling and a pony could have a baby? Oh, sorry. I'm going to respond to that question with a question. What do you think happens when a human tries the same thing with an animal? Nothing. It's not possible. So I
don't know. It's a world of magical ponies. Who knows what could happen? I'm not going to rule out the possibility.
Clayton asks if your mom has bomb powers.
I don't know what those are, so I wouldn't know.
Probably the ability to rule over you even from several states away, which in this case, no? Question mark?
No. I mean, I'm willing to help her out if she really needs it because I feel bad, but she wants me to come home all the time, and I'm like, nah, Mom, I'll come home for Thanksgiving, but that's it. She knows I'm not coming for Christmas.
Yeah, no. I know you're not coming for Christmas either.
Don't get me wrong, I don't want, like, I really don't want to upset her or anything like that, but, I mean, I came all the way out here because I did it of my own will. And she was obviously not for it, but I'm like, too bad, Mom.
Okay, so Luna, if it wasn't pony shirts, what kind of shirts did you get? I have a bunch of guesses. Band shirts? Probably, I don't know. I don't want to guess. So...
You know, I don't think I have shirts of my favorite bands, which is a shame, honestly. I'd love a Ninja Sex Party t-shirt or a Sound of Thunder. I have Bat Metal. Bat Metal is an awesome shirt. Bat Metal is awesome.
Okay. Clayton asks, and if I butcher this, please excuse me. Here's a question. Is it wrong to still ship Tadano and Retsuko.
Oh, Tadano and Retsuko. Nah, you can still ship that as much as you want, man. He's talking about Agretzko, which, Brandon, you might like that show if you tried it. Do you have access to Netflix?
I think so.
Yeah, watch Agretzko. It's like a cute animated show about a red panda who works in an office in Japan, and like the whole world is like animals, but it's really cool, and she blows off steam after work by singing karaoke. It's really nice. I like it.
My little brother, and I'm only saying my little brother because I don't want everyone else to know his name. He has a Retsuko doll. I think it might be Retsuko herself.
Is it like orange and got white whiskers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably her. I wouldn't be surprised if your brother was a fan. You should tell him that to show you an episode or something.
Maybe. In fact, I just might, just because I don't have anything to do. Buckin5 asks, what do you think of the Kirin when they appeared on Friendship is Magic?
Oh yeah, if you don't know about that, Brandon, the Kirin were this, like, dragon, lion, pony creature things. I don't exactly know what to call them. They look like ponies, but with, like, manes and weird antler horns. But they're really cool. I liked them a lot. I liked their design. I liked Autumn Blaze. There was actually a blanket at BronyCon of Autumn Blaze, and I'm like, I like the blanket, but I told Bronny I didn't like Autumn Blaze enough. I'm like, I do like her. I would have liked the blanket, but it was too expensive, and I couldn't let him buy it for me.
I'm looking up their design real quick, and yeah, a lot of stuff I didn't need to see, but I also saw some actual screenshots. They kind of remind me of the Lionel from Breath of the Wild, except a lot less fierce, and they don't have six-packs.
Yeah, they're cuter. Do you like them? Okay. I like them a lot. And what was cool about the Kirin is that their magic was different. Like, depended on their emotion. Like, if they were just normal and happy, they'd look like that. But if they get really pissed off, they turn into Nyrics. And if you look up that, it's like them, but like black metal and on fire. And it was really cool.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I just looked that up. That's...
Yeah, they have fire powers and everything. That's what was up with the Kirin, because the Kirin were like when they were discovered, they didn't talk or do anything, were very unemotional. But the reason they're like that is because they realized, like, one day they just had a big riot because they were so angry, and they burned down their entire village because they were so pissed off. And they're like, look, let's go into the stream of silence. It'll tone down our emotions, and we won't even speak, and then we won't get into fights anymore, and we won't set things on fire. Obviously, you can't live like that forever, so things had to change.
Luna says that she's got a Labyrinth, Princess Bride, Doki Doki Literature Club, David Bowie, Aquaman, and a Full Metal Alchemist shirt.
That's cool.
Okay. Buckin5 asks if you ever thought about making shirts or other items with your OC on them.
I definitely have. I actually have, like, an OC shirt. It's, like, not my OC on it, but the cutie mark and the name on the back printed in glitter. When I cosplay as myself, I just wear that shirt with some accessories, and it's me.
Just trying to keep up with all the comments I've missed. Clayton asks, have either of you seen Kill la Kill? If not, then you're missing out. Don't worry about the fan service. It'll eventually be forgettable.
Yeah, I've heard about it, and I'm not too interested, honestly, and I don't think Bronny was either.
Me neither. I'm not interested in it.
Now, fruit baskets. Oh, I gotta catch up on that. Fruit baskets is the shit, man.
Clayton also asks, Brandon, to me specifically, I guess. Brandon, have you seen the episode where Ruby and Sapphire separate after finding out the truth? I gotta say, Ruby being calm was great character development. Clayton, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's talking about Steven Universe. I guess he pegged you as a Steven Universe kind of guy, and you are not, as far as you don't like Steven Universe.
Not really. I actually took the time to sit down and watch Steven Universe, and I don't really know how to describe how exactly I feel about the show, because it's obviously not the worst thing on the planet, and I certainly think it holds up a little better than Adventure Time. Because, unlike Adventure Time, Steven Universe does have does have consistent story development, and it's not so undefined to try to make itself look mysterious. But at the same time, I can't really handle the humor and Steven himself. So
He got better. I'll tell you though, the show took some turns and stuff I wasn't fully on board with, but the Steven Universe movie that came out recently was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Fucking five. Did you have a chance to see the Steven Universe movie yet? I guess that's the both of us. I haven't.
I have, and I really enjoyed it. Brandon, maybe you should watch it. It was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. You're a big music head, so I don't know how you'd feel about the songs. But the songs were a big appealing part for me, and I thought the main antagonist was really cool. Guys, no spoilers. No spoilers. That's still relatively new.
Don't do it, people. So, Luna says that she may be crushing on Bowie a bit.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to happen.
It's too bad he's dead. Too bad he's a dead man. By the way, rest in peace.
Oh yeah. It's too bad.
Fucking five. Have Vi caught up to the school friendship with Cozy Glow? No.
No, Brandon dropped out of that fandom a long ass time ago.
Beginning of season 4, I dropped out.
Yeah.
And it was after season 3, which, last I checked, not a whole lot of people really liked.
Yeah, people didn't like the ending of season 3. I enjoyed the season 3. I like musicals. Maybe that's just me. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Clayton, oh yeah, no, you're talking about the Steven Universe, and I actually think I know about that. He says the show is great, but the fandom is toxic as shit. One time, this artist drew Steven's mom skinny. She was berated that she almost committed suicide. It was awful.
People really gotta freaking straighten the hell up. That's too messed up.
I am aware of that incident. I do know about that. And that's not something specific to the Steven Universe fandom, though I imagine they probably do that a little more considering who the show appeals to. And that's what I think. And again, I'm not too informed.
Yeah, that's
on this.
in every fandom. Like in our fandom, someone didn't like there was this kid who ran in front of a train and killed himself because people kept leaving mean comments on his fan fiction and wouldn't leave him alone. And I'm like, that's fucked up, man. Every fandom has this shit.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that Legend of Zelda fanbase has something like that. Although, considering the people I've interacted to who love Legend of Zelda, it's probably a little less common.
Yeah, and your fandom has had a long time to mature. Legend of Zelda has been around for a very long time and has always had a very solid foundation like Star Wars and Star Trek. Like, you don't hear about it from those fandoms because they're just so freaking big and have a variety of people in it.
Buckin 5 asks what I think of Brawny's King Sombra cosplay. I feel like I might have seen it.
Oh yeah, Brandon
Just send me
hasn't
a
gone
picture,
to cons or
if I didn't.
anything. Yeah, you might have seen a picture, and Brawny always does those videos in them, so maybe you've seen it. It's pretty cool. It's got armor and everything on it and stuff. It's neat. I always help him put it on and stuff.
Clayton asks, have you seen Mao Mao? That show needs more love.
I love Mao Mao. I've been recording, like, when I can't catch the episodes on TV, I'm recording them on the DVR and watching them when I can. I love Mao Mao and the Heroes of Pure Heart. It's a really great show. It's about, if anyone doesn't know, it's about a black cat named Mao Mao in a world of anthropomorphic animals in a fantasy setting, and he protects a kingdom from monsters and sky pirates, and it's really great, and I love it.
So Brawny popped in, says Sonic, furries, and Steven Universe are the worst fandoms.
Brownie, you're the worst fandom.
Hey, I agree. Anyway, Megan with an H, says, Heather, my queen, I missed you, and my charging cable is bent, so it's hard to charge because the port for the phone is bent. Thoughts on fixing it?
I don't know, man. I would just buy a whole new thing if you could, but if you can't, I mean, maybe there's a certain angle you could attack it at that it would still work.
I have experience with that, and unfortunately, the best thing to do is get a new phone, get a new charger, perhaps. But if you can't, you do have to angle it specifically. Turn off make sure you have no plans and turn off the vibrate function on your phone, or else it's gonna knock your phone over when it vibrates every time you get a message. It's annoying, but that's what I've done. Because I'm a budget person.
Oh yeah, I think most of us are on budget here.
Clayton says, also my biggest beef with fandoms is the constant shipping. I mean, it gets annoying when people don't focus on the plot. I mean, I enjoy shipping characters, but there's a time and place.
There definitely is, but I say let people ship as much as they want to, as long as they're you don't have to be a part of it if you don't want to be. You can always scroll past it. It's something you can easily ignore, for the most part.
Yeah. Luna says that she enjoys the Labyrinth fandom so far.
Labyrinth is an older movie, so it's probably filled with a lot of older people.
I'm trying to see what you're eating on your stream. Oh, it's crawlers. Charlie, ew.
Fuck you.
Buckin5 says, how mad were you when you learned that work was going to keep you from streaming?
I knew about it for a while in advance. I wasn't mad because I picked it. I couldn't... I'll be honest with you guys, I was glad because I am short on money all the time and I hate it, so I'll take every extra buck I can get. It sucks, but I was just I gotta pick up what's responsible. I don't get paid to do these streams. I do them for fun, and you gotta make the right choices for yourself. I gotta save up money.
Now, Heather, it seems you know a little bit about Labyrinth.
Just a little bit. It's been a movie that's been on my list for a while, so I know little factoids and stuff that's, everything basically you can't know without seeing the movie.
So there's nothing you could tell me without too many spoilers, I suppose?
Nah, probably, yeah. Though, I do know this one trick I saw on TikTok. If you Google any movie name and put Google Docs at the end of it, you'll be able to find that movie on Google Docs as an MP4, most likely. And you can watch the movie. At least that's how it looked like it worked. I haven't tested it yet, but someone go test that and see if you can find, a generic movie like Labyrinth.
I'm gonna go test that right now.
Yeah, see if you can do it.
Let's see. Wow.
What?
Wow, they're not wrong. I decided to try Monsters, Inc., and I just found a bunch of files.
See? Look at that. You can find movies online. For free.
I rewatched Monsters, Inc. recently. It's a lot more... I'm trying to think of the word. Wholesome, I guess. A little more wholesome than I remember it being.
Oh, yeah. I liked it. It's a really nice movie.
I like it, too. I think my favorite character is Mike Wazowski.
That guy. I still like the bad guy. I always like the bad guy, Randall.
Randall, Water News, there's two bad guys.
Yeah, Randall. I liked Randall the most. His design, mostly.
Clayton says, if you watch Fruit Basket, you'll love the character. Hannah. Probably. I don't know. Also saying, did you know that the actress who played the main girl was also the actress who played Betty Ross in Hulk 2003?
Did not know that.
Luna says, all you need to know is that Bowie is hot as Jareth.
Yeah, I did hear that movie was like a sexual awakening for a lot of ladies in that time period.
Well, okay.
There's always that movie that's like, oh yeah, that made me discover that, wow, I'm a woman now. I don't know what did it for me. I don't remember.
Clayton says, Mike was great, but Boo was adorable.
I think, Boo and Sully together was adorable. Sully.
Buckin5 asks if you're going to see Joker next month.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to see it. I'll probably wait. I don't know if I want to go see it.
Luna says, "Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me."
Yeah, I like using that as a GIF. Like whenever someone puts something on Twitter or something that I think is disturbing, I just go, "Put that back like where it came from, or so help me."
No, what I use the most, especially at work, is the 2319 joke.
I like that one too. We got a 2319!
Bucket 5 asks, I guess to both of us, did you enjoy Monsters University? And I only saw a half hour of Monsters University. Okay.
It was okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the consensus on that movie. It was okay. It probably taught you a valuable life lesson that you can't always do what you always dreamed you could, but you can do something that is a part of it, I guess. Because Mike was good at coaching somebody to be a good scarer, but he himself was not a great scarer.
Oh yeah, that's kind of why he pumps up Sully before the whole scare thing, or scare routines.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Megan says, my dad was the one distributing the Jareth necklaces on his website. Whatever website that is, I'm not sure. Clayton says, Brandon, if you like Marvel and DC, you'll enjoy this YouTube channel called It's Just a Random Guy. Unfortunately, I don't really like either. Superheroes don't really interest me that much. Except for Batman. And that's because Batman's the most realistic, too.
Yeah, Brandon is not a big movie cartoon guy. He's a music and video game guy. So if you're trying to relate to Brandon, do that.
Megan's asking what you're making.
Oh, I'm making a hat for my mother for her birthday in October.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
To your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, Clayton already answered the question. Never mind. Thank you, Clayton.
Oh, for like what I was making?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always announce it at the beginning of the stream so everyone knows, but some people come in at different times and ask. I'm like, oh, what's this thing?
Yeah.
It's gonna make one interesting hat. It's gotta be rounder.
Buckin5 says, you should see the Monsters Inc. PlayStation 1 game that was released, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, straight from movie video games usually aren't very good. I'm glad that kind of died out. That was a big fad at the time. Or for a while. I think they still do it to a degree, but it's not nearly as prevalent.
So let's just say, I'm pretty sure they still do it.
I'm sure they do it to a degree. Like, I still see Spider-Man started out as a comic book, then he was a movie, and then they made a video game. I don't know. They still do it, but, like, I don't see it as advertised, and people aren't, like people don't use that as a selling point for their console. It's, like, the only people that buy those video games are people who are buying video games for other people, and they themselves don't play video games. And they're like, oh, they like this movie, so here. It's usually something... That's how my parents would buy video games for me and my siblings, because me and my brother Alexander would mostly play the video games. And my mom didn't really know video games, but she was like, oh, you guys like this show like SpongeBob, and you like Shrek, so play these games on PlayStation. And it was like, okay. And I'm a kid, I couldn't complain because I can't buy my own games.
Okay, Luna says, I kind of want to cosplay Jareth. Who's Jareth? I'm going to look that up right now. What is Jareth? Let me see. The Goblin King Labyrinth?
Oh yeah, that's what Bowie was.
You can definitely tell that was Bowie. Got the look and everything. You could definitely tell.
It's Bowie.
Clayton says, Mary Jane is very misunderstood. I mean, she deserves more appreciation. What?
She probably means from Spider-Man. Mary Jane was nice. Yeah, I never heard anybody complain about her. I mean, maybe they complained she wasn't the most interesting love interest, because I complain all the time about that kind of thing with other people. But I've never had anything to complain about Mary J. Usually the way she's presented in most mediums, she's very likable. Not always the most interesting, but likable. I mean, I don't remember ever having to complain about her.
Megan says, Heather, have you seen the Harvest Moon last night?
I didn't get a glimpse at it. I wasn't outside. for most of the night. And when I was in a diner, and I couldn't see the moon. I knew there was a full moon out that night, and I was disappointed I never got a peek at it. It was cloudy that night. Though surprisingly, for Friday the 13th, I had a relatively good one.
I wasn't aware of such a moon, which is a shame because I would have gone out and looked at it.
Yeah.
Okay, Bigorna says, "Hello, y'all cool beans."
Yo.
Buckin5 says, "Hear the news that Spider-Man is out of the MCU?"
Yeah, that's disappointing, but I think that's gonna happen. Business.
MCU. The only thing I could think of.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, I was thinking Marvel versus Capcom Ultimate. I'm like what?
Oh no! Like there was you know how Sony actually owns the rights to Spider-Man, and not Marvel, which is also owned by Disney. So the Marvel had all their movies, and they got the rights from Sony to put Spider-Man in those movies, but the license ran up, and Sony didn't want to give them the property, so the Spider-Man won't be in the MCU anymore, which sucks because this movie kind of ended on a cliffhanger, so I guess we'll never have that resolved. But the thing is, I think it's because Disney wants to really monopolize all those properties, and Sony's like, nah, this is one of the good properties that we have, we don't want to give it to you, which sucks, because now we won't have all the crossovers that we want to have, because Sony also owns the right to X-Men, if I remember correctly. And I've always wanted to see the X-Men and the Avengers kind of collide. I think that's happened in the comics before, but I've never seen it happen, and I kind of want to see it.
Buckin5 says, "Do you think they knew it was a name for pot when they named her Mary Jane?"
It probably wasn't at the time.
Yeah, probably not.
It was just someone's name, and then someone was like, hey, Mary Jane. And I wouldn't be surprised if the popularity of Spider-Man had made that happen.
Clayton says, "The thing about Mary Jane is that she has an abusive father and she feels like no one could ever love her. Peter was the only man that treated her great and he saved her multiple times. Also, if you didn't know, she had this iconic line, 'Face it, tiger, you just hit the jackpot.'"
Yeah, I remember her having the abusive father, at least in the original movies with, what was his name?
You're on your own for that one.
Terry Maguire, I think it was. Oh, I gotta stretch my fingers. But yeah, Terry Maguire, or something Maguire. Or Toby something. But, yeah, those OG Spider-Man movies. Mary Jane did have the abusive father, but she moved out from him, but then she'd have a line of, terrible boyfriends for a while because, once a person knows abuse, they kind of fall into it one way or another. I'm not sure of the psychology of all that, but it tends to happen again and again to these people. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, it's made a lot of sense to me. I did like it.
Oh, Clayton says it's Toby Maguire.
It's Toby Maguire, okay. I liked those movies as a kid. Liked them a lot.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I liked Spider-Man. I mean, I wasn't always a superhero person. It wasn't until, I watched those movies and I liked them, but I wouldn't, it was just a kind of, past... I don't remember, I liked them, but I guess I wouldn't admit that I liked them. It wasn't until, Iron Man, when I was just yeah, superheroes are cool, and I guess I'll admit it now. And then I started watching a lot of Batman, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe got started up, and I watched all of that, and it was cool.
Gorna says, "Well, without Spider-Man, there's no real reason to see the new Marvel movies."
Oh, I wouldn't say that. We still got a lot of cool heroes.
Like who?
Like Black Panther. Black Panther only got one movie, and now, when he disappeared in one of the movies, I was just like, they are not getting rid of him. They're bringing him back, because we only got one movie of Black Panther. And you're not going to tell me there's not going to be another Black Panther. So, yeah, we got Black Panther. We got Doctor Strange still. He's really cool. Although he's a dick, so he could probably take up like this being a dick, being an arrogant dick thing from Iron Man and keep that going. We still have the Hulk, and we still have the Guardians of the Galaxy to a degree. Like, we have Peter Quill back, we got Rocket Raccoon, we got frickin' Groot, and we still got tons of good characters that we can have movies about. So we got stuff.
No, yeah, no. When people say without this character there's no real reason, that's a loss related statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, guys, if there was that one character that was pulling this whole thing together, then what was the whole thing even worth? I mean, characterization is very important, and that goes to show what great of a character that must have been to you if you could watch all this other stuff that you otherwise would have considered bad. But if that's all there was for you in it, then yeah, don't watch it anymore. In fact, go away.
That's just gatekeeping. You can't just force someone to not continue watching something or going away. They can continue to hate it and be like, oh, there's no Spider-Man in it, but that's kind of their prerogative.
Yeah, well, they can stay out of my stratosphere, because, like, I hate it when I'm trying to enjoy something and someone comes in's like, how can you even watch that if this person isn't in it anymore? I'm like, you know what, that's your thing. You can go over there and not like it. Just don't stay in my stratosphere and try to, like, bother me about what you don't like about it.
I've been trying to read this one for a while. Luna asks if you can blame her for crushing on Jareth. His hair is beautiful.
Dude, I've crushed on many a person just for their hair. It only goes so far. Then I started liking
if Sweetie's home tonight.
She's probably working late tonight. I don't know.
And he also asks, how much did the ending of Avengers Endgame surprise you?
Not much at all, because people were spoiling it left and right. Like, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. But, like, I took a long time to go see it because reasons, but people can't shut up about it until you go see it. I wish there was, like, a spoiler filter on everything, because everything is spoiled through me through stuff I can't help. Like, I go on my YouTube recommended and they have, like, spoiler to Endgame and just show everything in the thumbnail, and, like, oh, suddenly I know the ending. I knew who was gonna die beforehand. It was a good movie, good ending, but I wasn't surprised by anything because everyone else ruined it.
I get what you're saying, how there should be a whole category called spoilers or something, and there should be a choice to look at that or not, and that might work, but the main thing you have to consider is how many people haven't seen the movie yet.
I suppose so. I suppose so, but I wish there was just a filter that, like, when you open up your website, there'd be like, hey, the newest movies, what have you seen? And I'm like, I've seen none of them. And they could be like, okay, do you want us to block those spoilers? And I'm like, yes. I realize that can be hard with, like, especially something like Twitter, where, like, you don't know what everyone's going to post every second. Someone would have to watch that all the time. But YouTube, like, people have to review your videos, don't they?
Yeah, and another thing too is how much time must pass before spoilers aren't really on the level of intensity as they are when a movie first comes out. How long do you have to wait before it's expected of you to see the movie?
Me personally, it depends. Like, TV shows, I'll give it like a week or two, and then I'll be like, okay, let's talk about it. You've had 2 weeks or something to see it. Because the weekend that an episode aired, or like or the week after, I'll still be like, guys, let's avoid it. But the week after that, I'll be like, okay, fuck it. It's been 2 weeks. You gotta, whatever. For a movie, gosh, that's harder because, like, a movie you have to spend money to go see. I usually like to wait until it's out on DVD or something.
And that's usually, like, months later, right?
Yeah.
Two things from Brony. Spider-Man is my favorite, and the Black Panther movie wasn't very good.
I thought it was okay. I like
the only thing I know. The only thing I know about the Black Panther movie is that I think it had a Kendrick Lamar and the SZA song in it.
Did it? I really don't remember. I don't know Kendrick Lamar. I don't even know his face. So he could have been the main character and I wouldn't know. I just know that it had a really interesting story to me. And I liked the character because I've always liked Black Panther. I liked him most in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. He was a really cool character in that one. and I enjoyed it a lot in that one. And I've enjoyed him in animated series and stuff like that since then. But and in the movies he came about, and he came in an unexpected movie, and I was like, whoa, really cool. Yeah, I just enjoyed him. I just enjoy him. I think he's a nice character. Very honorable and mature for his age. Well, I don't know how old he's supposed to be, but yeah, especially compared to the other characters we get presented with. Very dutiful.
Clayton says, another thing about Mary Jane is that she's a bit of a wild card. There was one scene where she's walking through an alley and she was surrounded by some thugs. She's able to fend for herself a bit. He also says, okay, Mary Jane was the great girlfriend, better than Gwen Stacy, that blonde Barbara Gordon ripoff. Knockoff, what am I talking about?
Alright, now you're just getting too much into it. And all that stuff varies from one interpretation to the other because there's a whole bunch of iterations of Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy. And I've never had a problem with either.
And Brawny regarding the whole tag thing. On websites like Reddit, Memebase, or things like that, it'll be relatively easy to put in a tag system, and then individuals can filter tags they don't want. Derpy Buru does that exact thing, and they've got one of the best tag/filter systems ever.
That's good. I don't frequent those websites, though.
I mean, I don't even know what the Sandhill Derpy Buru is.
It's like a pony posty place.
Is it a Rule 34 site?
No, not specifically, but you can definitely find that on there.
I imagine.
Yeah, like on all those sites you can find porn if you're really looking.
And, yeah, no, if there's some way that they can make that system work, sure. I just don't think I don't know if it's that easy. I heard something drop, by the way.
That's my pen. But yeah, it's because I kicked the tray where my keyboard is. But yeah, I wouldn't know how any of that works, so I try not to complain too much, but it annoys the crap out of me. Stuff you can't help. I think there was a movie I went into it like completely unspoiled, and I was super happy that I wasn't spoiled to it because it was a really good movie, and I can't remember what it was.
But Gorna says, I mean, there's a lot of good characters in the MCU, but since Endgame, basically Marvel was relying into Spider-Man to be the central part of the next movies. Now, without him, there's no consolidated hero that can be used as a protagonist, and considering the next movies they didn't I'm sorry, I'm not sure what that word is, thought of establishing a new one.
Hey let me see.
Heather,
What?
don't bully the knife.
I'm sorry, but she does this thing where she bites her belly and she makes wounds. Nope, don't bite. You're gonna hurt yourself. Please stop hurting yourself. I can't watch you 24/7. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Stop doing that.
If you're focused, Clayton says Wonder Woman was better than Captain Marvel. What I love about Wonder Woman is that she's more focused on ending a war and saving people. She had better priorities than Carol.
What is everyone's beef with Captain Marvel? I liked that movie. Like, sure, it had kind of like, you could feel that it was kind of feminist, like, coming out, like, yeah, girl power, because she dealt with a lot of sexism in her time, but that was relevant for the time she grew up in. Like, they're like, a woman becoming part of the military, let's face it, that was the attitude people had, so she kind of had to have that grit to get into the military and do the stuff that she did. And sure, we had that whole moment where she did a fight scene to I'm Just a Girl, but how many times have you done that in your head? I like that song a lot, and I've done it, that freaking fight scene in my head to a whole bunch of different crap before, okay? So, I still don't get it. Like, it wasn't too self-righteous, I don't think. I liked that movie a lot, okay?
Luna says that she has 2 Jarrah figures. I have several Legend of Zelda figures. So you have to play a little bit of catch up, I guess.
I like figures.
Figures are okay. They're not the thing I go after for, but if I see one that's cool, I'll get it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like dropping too much money on one. But I have a Black Panther one.
Did I ever tell you that one time close to your birthday, I was at GameStop, and I saw this pretty cool looking Master Chief figure, and I actually thought about buying it and shipping it to you for your birthday.
Dude, it probably was too expensive.
Decently expensive.
Yeah, dude, that's how it is. That's why I don't, like, I would have one if, like, they weren't so expensive. I really want an Elite one, because the Elites were always my favorite race, and they're so cool, and I love the Arbiter, and I'd love an action figure of him, but they're just too freaking expensive. And they'll have, like, their packaging, and, like, if something's that expensive and I buy it, I'm like, should I even take it out of my packaging? No, I'm crocheting. You can't come on my lap right now.
Now, I wonder, are you paying for the name, the franchise, the packaging, or just what the figure actually is made of?
I really don't think you're paying for what the figure is made of, because, like, it'll be made out of something like this. This isn't bad material, this is really hard plastic, and I think he's a good quality figure, but I didn't pay that much for this figure of Black Panther. I got it out of Toys R Us when they were still open. And I took it out of its packaging, and I didn't feel bad about doing that because he wasn't expensive. I don't even think he was much over $10 or something. I don't even remember how much he cost. It was so negligible. But he, if I'm paying for something like this, I'm not gonna pay over $20 for it, for one figure, with not even anything or a lot of stuff that come with it. Like, and that's mostly what those action figures for Halo cost now. And I love Halo. I love Halo so much. That was a big part of my childhood and my adolescence. I loved Halo so much. But no! Oh my god! Stop! I'm trying
I can't
to
wait
work.
for the video to catch up.
But
There it is.
But you get it. If I had the money to spare, maybe I'd buy a figure, but if I'm trying to budget, obviously I'm not going to buy anything like that because it's just too much money. It cost too much when it came out, and it still costs too much now because they don't make it anymore. Maybe one day I'll get myself something Halo because I love Halo so much, but I'm not gonna be doing that anytime soon. You're lucky I love you or I kill you.
So, I got some decent catching up to do because we've been just talking. Do you have any toys that you could play with knife with?
Yeah, but they're in the living room and she's not getting off.
I was just say if you're a respectable cat owner, of course you do.
Of course I do. I have a couple.
I have a laser pointer that never gets old.
I don't have one of those, oddly enough. I should get one.
Brony, it was an old comment, but he says scratch her belly for her.
I was scratching it a little.
I guess do it again.
Scratchy.
Buck5 says, enjoy Shazam, Heather. The only Shazam I know is the music service.
Oh no, I actually didn't get to see Shazam. I forgot about that movie because I do love Captain Marvel from DC. I liked his shtick, being a kid that turns into a superhero. I'm sad I didn't get to see that movie, but the reason, like, I actually went to see Captain Marvel with my mom, and I gave her two options. I'm like, well, it's either Captain Marvel or we can see Shazam, and she's like, what's the plot of both of them? And I told her Captain Marvel, and I told her Shazam is about this kid who learns a catchphrase, and then he turns into a superhero. She's like, nah, that sounds too campy. Let's go see Captain Marvel. I'm like, okay. And I loved Captain Marvel, so I didn't regret it. Dude, I feel like she's getting loose skin on her belly. Do you think that's because she's biting it so much, or does she just have that little skin there? Is that normal?
I suppose it would depend. Is there anything else up with it, or is it just...
It feels like loose skin, and I don't know, like she might have bitten it. I don't know. Man, I feel like, are you pulling at your skin? Are you doing things to yourself that you shouldn't be doing? Why do you do those things? You make me worry.
Do you want to get back in the cone?
Do you want the cone back? I can bring the cone back, because we can do that. We have the cone still.
Buck5 asks how many MLP plushies do you currently own?
Well, I own Queen Chrysalis, and does the ones I've made count? Because I have one I made of myself, and I have a couple that are actually back in California that I would hang on the wall. Like, I have a Princess Cadence, those little beanie babies that are Celestia and Luna, and I have some Build-A-Bears of Applejack and Sakura, and I got a Vinyl Scratch and an Octavia and a Cheerilee and a Trixie. But those were like ones made by Hasbro, so they have streamer hair. But still, I have those. So I got a few, just not with me right now.
You know, when I was cleaning my room recently, I did a deep cleaning of my room. I pulled out a MLP themed laundry bag I had. I think I donated it, but probably should have sent it to you.
That would have been nice. Then I wouldn't have to buy my own laundry bag. But I have a kitty one now, so that's fine.
All right. Clayton Johnson, I think in reference to, oh god, Wonder Woman. A, her name should be Miss Marvel. B, she assaulted a man and stole his clothes because of a stupid request. I mean, she could have simply say something funny and have him stutter on his jokes. C, the EMH version of her was a team player and likable.
Maybe it was, but I understand why in this universe she wasn't Miss Marvel. She was Captain because she was in the military and she freaking wasn't taking. I don't remember exactly the situation and stuff like that, but I understand why they didn't make her Miss Marvel. It was Captain Marvel because she was in the military. She should have a rank with something like that. I think it sounds cooler anyway, because Miss Marvel doesn't sound as cool. And also, they're probably trying to take the name from the other freaking Marvel guy in DC. They're like, no, you can't have that superhero. It's probably easier to market too.
Oh my god, I actually recognize Lennon Black. Oh jeez.
Lennon! Woo!
He says, "All hail Jesus Frankenstein."
I will.
So Luna, I've got some comments from Luna to catch up with. One, I have 2 Jarrah figures and 3 Labyrinth figures. I got a Sea Pony Twilight Sparkle Funko Pop. I also got 3 MLP comics. One about Sephiroth Freeze, one about the Student 6 during Halloween, and a prequel about the Pillars. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, I used to collect the comics, but then I dropped off of it because I started to just care less and less. So I got those at home, and I got a ton of these little mini figures, like the little figures they have of the Equestria girls, because these were really cute figures. I have a few little pony figures down here, like here's a little, like the ones they would reuse the model on a lot. But I also got one of Flam from the Flim Flam brothers. And I also have, someone custom made this on eBay. Bronny tweeted it, and I was just like, I have to have it now. Centaur Rarity. Like, they just mashed 2 toys together, and I love it. I love it so much.
Question goes, I've seen the first and Rainbow Rocks. You think with Rainbow Rocks with a bigger focus on music, that'd be something I like? No, it wasn't.
Rainbow Rocks was fun.
I think that's because of, and we're going back to the theme of what your mom said to describe Shazam, or I think it was Shazam, is that it was incredibly campy.
I dig some camp. I like some camp. Camp is fun.
I think some camp is okay if you're not really looking for anything, but yeah. Buckin 5. Okay, I'm getting Discord messages. I thought I put myself on Do Not Disturb. Let me fix that. Okay.
So unprofessional.
Alright. Do you think Knife would chew or scratch your plushies?
She hasn't so far, and she has, like, full access to them. The only thing she tries to scratch is Sweetie's futon. And the fridge sometimes, but that's ineffective, so I don't care. And the carpet, also ineffective, and I don't care.
If she's anything like my cat, she pees whenever she can.
She doesn't pee on anything, as far as I know. Just her litter box. Which the thing does get to smelling really quick.
Lennon Black asks if that shirt is that shirt whatever bender.
Like the guy who made it, I don't remember. I bought it like a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago. I do know that when you put it under a dark light, it glows. So if that's the guy's trademark, yeah. I also have the Queen Chrysalis one that I wear with my cosplay. I kind of wish I remembered the guy's name so I could credit him for him when people ask where I get that shirt. I can be like, I am always like, I don't remember actually.
A news flash: Brawny still hates Centaur Rarity.
And that's why I love her so much. And you're gonna get used to it.
Clayton says Flash Sentry is a good guy. He just needs good character development.
Yeah, I agree. I really enjoy him. I liked his new design. Like, when I saw it, like, he went from looking the way he does now to getting that hoodie. I was just like, oh, my boy got a cute makeover. I love him. He's so cute. I love him.
Lennon Black says the word hate and rarity does not go in the same sentence.
See? Rarity's the best. Centaur Rarity, every version of Rarity.
Even when I was into My Little Pony, I still remember not really liking Rarity.
That's because you're tasteless.
I think when I was still a brony, I think I went for Rainbow Dash, I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's such a brat, though. I hate her.
She is. Looking now, because I don't like a lot of the show, but anyway. Buckin5 asks, would you buy Young Six or Cozy Glow plushies?
Depends on the Young Six. I think I want a Gallus plushie.
Luna says, I drew Didymus from Labyrinth, my friend's birthday.
That's cool.
Brony says, Equestria Girls Rarity can't handle life.
You can't
Last I checked, none of them could. Iris Prince asks if you like Miraculous Ladybug.
Oh, I watched the first season, and I think the second. I have not caught up on it, though, but I did enjoy it to a degree. You know, like a thing of the week. It was enjoyable. I'm not crazy about it, though. Definitely didn't hate it. It was enjoyable. I liked it. The same thing could go for She-Ra. I didn't finish the first season, but I enjoyed She-Ra for the most part. And although I didn't like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, I don't like that show.
I think I saw 1 or 2 episodes of that. Didn't like it.
I thought the protagonist was annoying.
Luna says, me and my friend agreed that Rarity would like David Bowie. Now, is that because he's fashionable, or is it because he makes good music?
Maybe a bit of both. You can have more than one reason.
Clayton says, Rainbow Dash never learned anything. And he also says, imagine Rorschach and Deadpool working together in a buddy cop parody. Alright, I kind of like that.
Deadpool, yeah, that would be funny. But Deadpool can make a lot of things funny. He just needs a stick in the mud to annoy.
Lennon Black says, just dropped a really quick, sorry I can't bless this stream of my Grace Law.
Aw, too bad. See you next time, though.
Thanks for stopping by. Buckin5, I could have sworn you asked this question, I'm not sure. Do you think they gave Steven Universe songs solely because of who Garnet's voice actress is?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, that can't be the only reason, other than, like, I feel like making music and just working with music could be very enjoyable. I think Rebecca Sugar enjoys the music she puts into stuff. I enjoyed some of her bits. Like, I actually liked her original recording of Escapism when she was playing it on the ukulele and it was just her. The official version of Escapism, I don't enjoy as much.
I have a little bit of bias against the ukulele. I think even if a ukulele is tuned, it still sounds awful. And
it's
I
your
actually
own
had
brand.
Sorry?
I'm like, that's your own brand. You can feel however way you want about it, but personally, I like it.
I actually had a musician friend explain why it is, and it's got something to do with wavelengths and just tonal differences and structures about ukuleles, but
I think it's just fine. I'm not a big snob about it. I think it's just fine.
Don't like ukuleles, but
we are very aware.
Bogorna says, my headcanon is that Equestria Girls Rainbow Dash is a Limp Bizkit fangirl.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're aware of Limp Bizkit and their edge, just how edgy they are.
I really don't.
Okay, then you're lucky. Consider yourself very lucky. Luna says, that plus Bowie's hot. I see Rainbow Dash as a Queen person.
Queen's just good.
I love Queen.
Who isn't a Queen
I think
person?
the only bad Queen song I've that in my opinion, think the only bad Queen song is "I'm in Love with My Car." I hate that one.
I actually have not heard of that one.
No,
Like
she
I was
listen to
gonna
it.
worry. I was worried you were gonna say it was "Don't Stop Me Now" or "Somebody to Love," because then I would have been like, oh, man, Brandon, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Well, I've said controversial statements to you before about how I thought Mr. Brightside wasn't the best Killer song. That goes to
That
Spaceman.
Nah, I don't really care too much about that. I mean, those are pretty good songs though. Now, if you told me like, how do you feel about Elton John?
Elton John has made his living making the same album 60 million times. I don't
I
really care for him.
I would not know that. I don't religiously listen to him. I just know there's a few songs I like from him that I will listen to, and that being "I'm Still Standing" and what was that song? Isn't
Benny
it?
and the Jets.
No,
It's the
isn't
only
it
one. That's the only
funny
other
this
one I can think
feeling
of.
inside?
I don't listen to a lot of Elton John. I'm
Wish
not
I
the
could
biggest fan of him.
be so Your
Uh,
song, I think it was. It was a really simple song, but I liked it.
Clayton says "Escapism" was a hyped up song.
Was it? I didn't pay too much attention to the fandom because I don't because they're But I didn't. I don't really listen to the news of it, so I just heard that first song that she recorded, and I was just like, "This is really nice. I can't wait to see how it comes out after production." And it wasn't what I wanted, and I was just like, whatever. I'll just stick to the original recording. That's what I'll listen to because I don't like the official one.
Oh, he also says when it was finally sung, I was disappointed it wasn't sung by a character.
I think it
I
was
mean,
sung by Stevani's voice actress, but I didn't dig it.
if it was made for a character, I guess I can understand it, but if it was just a song, I don't, whether or not a song is good or not, I don't think it matters who sings it, fictional or not, unless they can't actually sing it. But
I
you
feel
get
like I don't know. I liked it when it was like an acoustic cover, Escapism. But then when they released the official Escapism, it had like a side voice harmonizing, like you know how sometimes they do that, and it just didn't have the same instrumentals. And I was just like, I don't like this as much. I liked it when it was a more raw acoustic.
Buck and 5 asks if you've seen any. Hold on, I gotta scroll up now. Any MLP generations before the Friendship is Magic one?
I don't like before actually watching this generation. No, I don't think I have. At least I don't remember, because those were '80s cartoons, and I was born in the '90s, so I think I missed that. I did go back after watching, like after I watched this current generation of My Little Pony, I did go back and look into those things, and I watched a little bit of Ponytails, and a little bit of this and that, and I was just like, oh, okay, I see where it came from. But I didn't. I was not heavily indebted into the series before this one.
He also asks, how surprised do you think Hasbro was at Friendship is Magic's success? Probably not all that surprised. They were probably surprised that when when Bronies first started forming, and then they realized they can make money off of that.
They probably were surprised with who it became popular with, but they weren't surprised that it became popular because it's not My Little Pony's not a hard thing to sell. They were just
That's what I'm.
surprised. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they're just surprised that they were able to sell it to an older and different gender, and their marketing pool for it got so much bigger.
Uh, Luna says Pinky probably loves techno and pop music. I imagine Spike liking boy bands. Yeah, in relation to, I guess, who the Equestria Girls would like. I guess that's who they'd like as artists. I don't know. What do you think?
Me, yeah. I mean, I like going into that kind of like what you think characters would listen to. Like, obviously, I think Rarity would like more classy things. I wouldn't say classical. Maybe she'd be a little into jazz and stuff like that. And she did seem to have an interest in like a grand piano, so maybe she does like a little bit of classical stuff. Applejack, we're gonna put the obvious country bumpkin music in there. Goodbye. Maybe rock and roll. Rainbow
Now,
Dash, obvious rock and roll, and maybe some other
uh,
popular stuff.
now, if you want to dig deep and a little more into specific country sounding genres, do you Are we talking bluegrass, old time music, like Appalachian folk music?
I don't know, actually.
First wave-ish type country?
I don't know, because I don't dig deep into country. Ask my mom. She might know.
Cutie EV2 says, hey, what's up?
Yo, what's going on?
Bogorna says, I think the only Queen song that I didn't like is Fat Bottom Girls, and I forgot all about that. That song is ass.
I don't know these songs.
Yeah, you do. You just don't recognize them. Trust me, when you hear it, you'll
I'll
definitely
be like, oh
recognize
yeah, I remember this piece of shit.
Luna says, right beside Blue Blood and Trenderhoof, Rarity probably has a crush on Bowie, though Rarity doesn't have a crush on Blue Blood anymore. Also, man, it's weird that Blue Blood only showed up once at the season 1 finale and never showed up again.
Yeah, well, what else are you gonna do with that character other than let him be a stuck-up snob? Because that was the only characterization he got. He did show up in the comics again, and they gave him a little bit more to do with Shining Armor. I enjoyed it very much to see a little difference in his character. He's a little snooty guy.
Oh my god, can I please ban Bronny? He's typing the lyrics to Fat Bottom Girls.
Yes, you have my permission.
Alright, got it.
You've done this to yourself, Bronny.
There it is, block. No, I'm kidding. So I missed another comment. Clayton says, if Spike was in a boy band, his bandmates would be Thorax, Big Mac, Shining Armor, Garble, maybe, and unfortunately, Discord.
Yeah! I love that. I love that idea.
Cutie EV2 says, I'm doing good, just relaxing.
That's good. We all want to just chill.
Clayton... Oh, hold on. Cutie EV2 says, so today I had a video idea for my channel. That's probably going to take a while to type up. Bronny says, you can silence me, but you can't silence the truth. What is the truth exactly? That Fat Bottom Girls is a good song?
I just want Bronny to lay down and put some aloe vera on the sunburn that I know he has.
Clayton says, I was watching DC Superhero Girls, and Lauren clearly never got over MLP. Not sure what that means. What do you mean?
I don't know what that means either. I haven't watched that, but I'll watch it and see.
Luna says, they never explained why he was a prince. If I had to guess, probably royalty.
Well, there was a unicorn...
He just is.
There was a unicorn royal family before the Alicorns came in to rule everything. You remember Princess Platinum? There's reason to suggest that she might have gotten married and had kids, and through the generations, they never really lost their rank of royalty. But it's probably a title now more than anything because they don't rule the land. So that's at least how I think he would have come about to still being a prince.
What's it called? Clayton says the main characters of the show are basically the main six as DC characters.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't get too much of a say in which heroes would be presented in that show. Like, they probably already have pre-established heroes, and they were like, hey, make a show using these heroes, and she would have been like, okay.
Okay, I'm not... maybe it's because I never visited your channel, but I'm not familiar with what you make in the first place, Cutie EV2. Luna says, oh yeah, that would make sense, and Celestia calls him his nephew out of not wanting to confuse people. I lost the context. I don't know what we're talking about.
We're probably talking about Prince Blueblood still. And yeah, well, if anything, that would kind of confuse people more, because they'd be like, what? So you have a nephew now? But no, they could just say, nah, he's a descendant of Princess Platinum. Which is, because that's a well-known, hearts-warming Eve story. Like, Princess Platinum is a known historical figure, so it would be, like, reasonable to say, like, oh, he's a descendant of Princess Platinum, so he's a prince by blood. And they're like, oh, okay, so then it would make sense. But I don't know. I guess because they didn't think of Princess Platinum until later, they couldn't exactly put it out, and they just wanted a throwaway excuse to be like, "Oh, that's Celestia's nephew or something." And they're like, but then we're like, "Wait, Luna, did you have a kid?" And Luna's like, "No, I was in the moon for 1,000 years." I'm like, "Do you have another sibling or something? Did you adopt him as a child? Did you spoil him? Is that why he's the way he is?"
Luna asks what the Blue Blood and Shining Armor comic is about.
It's a Friends Forever comic. It's basically him and Blue Blood, Shining Armor and Blue Blood go to Yakistan to do some diplomatic stuff. And Shining Armor tries to research what the Yaks will find respectful, and he tries doing that but ends up insulting them. But Prince Blue Blood, what he would do is cozy up to them with all their snobbish stuff. And I forget all the details, but he's able to communicate better with the Yaks because of how he knows how to schmooze, I guess. I don't know. I did enjoy it for what it is. I can't remember all the details about it because I didn't buy that comic. I just read it because I was just like, Prince Blueblood and Shining Armor, that's two princes. I'm very interested. But yeah, there was a diplomatic mission they had to do together. And Prince Blueblood was interpreted as like a better aristocrat in that one. He wasn't like rude or anything like that. He was spoiled and pampered in a way, but it came to his advantage because he would go into Yakistan and take part in all their frivolities and stuff and see what they were into. And I think Shining Armor was like, oh, he's being so lazy, but it ended up would be like, oh, I like this about your culture. This is really nice. This yak who can do this with my hooves. Let's get this done together and stuff like that.
Clayton says Rainbow Dash is Supergirl, Santa is Rarity, Pinky is Batgirl, Fluttershy is Bumblebee, AJ is Wonder Woman, and Twilight is Green Lantern.
Alright, are you just associating different archetypes? Because I could understand Lauren reusing the archetypes she used to establish the main six, because there's only so many, and in both of these she's working with very large casts, so they're gonna overlap. So that's kind of a very thin thing you're doing there. That's a thing that's very thin.
He also says the Rowdy Rough Boys need their own show. Maybe have them
I
be
would
sort
not
of
say their own show. The Rowdy Rough Boys, not their own show. Would like them back, but no, we do not want a Rowdy Rough Boys show. They relied too much on gross out humor when the Rowdy Rough Boys would come on the scene, so I'm not doing that.
Luna says Shining kind of seems like a revised version of Blue Blood. Don't worry, I knew what you meant there. A white unicorn with longish hair who's a prince.
Oh yeah. Maybe I think it could have just been a victim of like design. They obviously got two different body types. Like I think, they both do have bigger body types, but I think Prince Blueblood's body type is one more of like that's how he naturally is and he's cared for, and Shining Armor's something he had to work for it. Like, sure, I mean, it's hard to say because if you think about it, all the other main six are basically just recolors of each other with different main styles. And are they a Pegasus, Unicorn, or Earth Pony?
I'm just trying to wonder what body type has to do with it, because I'm sure Luna's referring more to personality.
Oh, I thought she meant aesthetically. Personality-wise, I mean, they're both princes, but that's not exactly a personality.
No, that's a status.
Yeah, that's a status. Unless you're using like a stereotype of prince.
Then that's just a stereotype. That's just a selection of traits associated with a certain status or
I suppose
other type of thing.
Yeah,
she says
apart.
I mostly meant aesthetically.
Oh, okay, so aesthetics. Yeah, but there's only so many ways you can do with it. I mean, they both have white coats and different manes. I mean, I guess they're both bigger body typed ponies. They're both unicorns. But then again, you can do that, yeah, with a lot of different ponies on the show because they do reuse models. So I'm not sure. Like for a while, the ponies with the most different body types were Mr. and Mrs. Cake. And then they started reusing their models too, so they'd have more diversity. But I'm like, great, now their body types aren't that special anymore, because suddenly I'd see a whole bunch of ponies that had Mr. Cake's body type.
Gorna says, I will argue that Blue Blood has more personality. Does he really? I don't recall him being really a
He
good
came.
person.
I doubt that he came into the picture once, and his whole personality was being a snob. Shining Armor has been on the scene multiple times and has had defined traits like when Twilight recreated his room, you clearly saw all his interests and all his reactions to the room, like him being a total geek and a nerd, loving trains and comic books, and how he like reacted to being a father. He actually showed how freaking exhausted and stuff he looked. It was I think he's had more time to shine than Prince Blueblood has. I feel like I know more stuff about Shining Armor than I do about Prince Blueblood.
Brony says, I've commonly referred to that shape as the Canterlot unicorn. A lot of unicorn guards have that shape: Blue Blood, Shining Armor, Fancy Pants, and a few others. That's in reference to the body type, I believe.
Yeah.
Clayton says, I'm just saying that maybe have the Rowdy Rough Boys be more than just stereotypical little boys. Is that really so bad?
It would not be, but I doubt they'd be able to do it justice. And also, I don't see like them really doing that spin-off. The Rowdy Rough Boys might be one of the more popular Powerpuff Girl villains, but people only really want to see the Rowdy Rough Boys up against the Powerpuff Girls and see how they compare and contrast, and maybe even ship them together. They're not going to do just a show of the Rowdy Rough Boys. They'd never do it. It would be nice if they tried their best to go against the stereotype, but I don't see them doing that anytime soon.
Luna says, man, imagine how Twilight and Shining parents feel about their kids. Both their kids are royalty.
Oh yeah, I bet. Like I saw comments on one of the videos when Twilight became coronated. It's like, wow, look at her parents. Those must be the proudest parents ever. Both of their kids. Like even before they were prince and princess, we had one that was a protege to the princess, and one that was the captain of the royal guard. Then that one goes to marry a princess, and the other one just straight up becomes a princess. And it's like, yeah, they're probably like, man, we raised our kids so damn right. Give ourselves a pat on the back. We raised two frickin' royals. Damn.
And Clayton says, I just don't like cliches. And my question is, I'm assuming you're referring to the Rowdy Rough Boys. How exactly are they going to expand or somehow make desirable an inherently bad trait that they had, such as being gross kids? How do you make that likable? That's naturally not likable. How do you work with that?
That's hard to say. I haven't had to work with that myself, obviously, but if I were to try, I'd probably try to, like, make it from the boys' perspective of why that gross-out stuff is so interesting to them. Like, if it had to be, like, they like messing with bugs, it could be about how interesting they find insects to be, or lizards and stuff like that. Or, like, what was another thing? I like the gross-out humor of them, like, scraping off scabs and stuff like that. Maybe be like, well, it's itchy, or something like that. Make it more relatable. Like, try to expand on stuff like that. I don't know, make it more in-depth than what it really is. Because little boys can be gross. They pick up lizards for no reason.
Clayton says, there was this fanboy called Star Trekker. He was a bit creepy because he pops up out of nowhere, but he's a likable character.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, he was in an episode of My Little Pony, and he would just, like, breathe down Twilight's neck. And when she kind of, like, went off on him, I felt bad, but I was just like, well, man, maybe you should just know not to be that close to people. And, like, immediately, like, when she stepped back and, like, stepped on his hoof, he was like, ow! And she's like, well, I'm sorry, but maybe if you weren't, like, freaking riding my tail everywhere, that wouldn't happen. And she's right. She's freaking right. I'm sad that she apologized for that later. I'm like, no, someone needed to tell him that he was being a creep. Someone needed to tell this guy that, like, look, you need to get out of people's personal space. You're being, like, I don't even know what the word is for what you're being, but, like, I've met too many guys like that, like, don't know how to get out of your stratosphere, and you want to be nice to them because they probably don't know what they're doing, but sometimes you just got to be tough love about it and be like, look, get out of my space. You're making me uncomfortable. I would like it if there was, like, at least a arm's distance away from me kind of rule we had. That's what I want.
I feel like I should be familiar with that word because I am, for
Yeah.
some reason, a beacon for that
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
there's got to be a way to describe it. A person that doesn't know how to respect your freaking
Probably
like
just intrusive or invasive.
or creepy. Yeah, just like a kind of intrusive person, and they don't mean to be. They really don't mean to be, but it's just like you are, and you need to fix it. You're not a bad person. You're
Begornis.
just kind of don't make me comfortable.
Begornis says, I imagine Twilight's parents would constantly ask if she didn't found the prince yet, and that they want more grandsons.
Uh, yeah, I'm glad that they don't have that going on in the show. It's like, why aren't you haven't given me grandkids yet? Because that's just the worst, honestly.
Man, what are you, my mom?
Yes. We don't need reminders of that.
Luna, that's a pretty unique hashtag. Make Prince Nightlight and Princess Twilight Velvet canon.
I don't know. I don't think they'd care to be.
Clayton says, so I drew my characters dressed like the zodiac signs, and the one about Virgo was a bit adorable.
That's cool.
See, I was about to ask how so. That's called driving conversation, Heather.
I kind of just said that because I don't know what he's talking about.
Brawny says, I just caught a look at my sunburn in the mirror. I shall hence be known as Neapolitan Man? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to berate him for that later. I wish he would take care of himself in little ways too.
So, real quick, I'll be right back. Don't do anything bannable, people.
Hold on, something on my computer. Alright, let me take a look into the chat. Multitasking. Pretty hard. Pacific North Productions. Also, hello. Well, avoid speaking too much until Brandon gets back. And what do you want, Kitty?
I'm back.
What do you want, Kitty? No one said anything since you've been gone, I don't think.
You talking behind my back?
Yes.
Sweet. My God, Bagorna. My God. He said the F word.
What did he say? What did he say?
French fries.
Oh my god, you delicious burglar.
Sweet potato fries are better.
Brandon, get off your sweet potato fry crap.
I want you to get off your regular potato crap and get on sweet potato crap.
No, I won't do it. You can't make me.
Sweet potatoes are good though. They're better than real potatoes. Normal potatoes.
I disagree with you very hard.
Okay. Clayton says, I have these characters who... Thank you, Brawny. Thank you.
What'd he say?
I agree that sweet potato fries are better.
Brawny, you know what? I think I'm divorcing the both of you.
Alright, well you can't... You know what? I have sweet potato fries. That's a perfect substitute. They're better. We have more in common. So anyway, back to what Clayton was saying. I have these characters who are basically heroes. I decided to draw them as zodiac signs, and since the majority of males, the ones dressed like Virgo had to look innocent and graceful. Don't worry, I didn't draw anything NSFW.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't worried.
That's a typical thing with artists, though. Like it was like, oh, they have great art. Also, they draw porn. They gotta make a living somehow. No judgment here. No judgment for that kind of thing. It's perfectly fine.
Luna says, so you prefer sweet potato fries over real people. Relatable. I thought the typical fare for people who prefer food over people would have been, I don't know, ice cream or something. I figured that's the typical fare.
I don't know. Could be anything. Good, I think I'm gonna make something to eat after this stream. I'm kind of hungry for real food. All I have is candy here.
Sweet potato fries.
I'm gonna make mac and cheese. How about that?
Sweet potato fries.
Oh, you know, actually, let me go to the kitchen real quick so I can defrost some hot dogs. What are you looking at, kitty?
Video's lagging. I don't know if she's really gone or not. Given that she's not responding to me, I'm saying she is. How's everyone enjoying the stream? Is it good stuff? I think it's good stuff. I don't know if it's Knife that makes the show or if it's Heather, but it's still really nice. Or maybe it's Bronny, because Bronny, it seems, has enlightened opinions.
You disgust me.
You disgust me.
You disgust me more. I'm pretty
Also,
sure
that was
they
really
make meat
quick.
for trick-or-treaters. Well, yeah, I just put the hot dogs out of the freezer so they get defrost.
Okay, Clean says, my characters are teenagers and they shouldn't be drawn in NSFWAs. Brandon, my characters are mostly teens. They're around the ages of 13, 16. That doesn't stop some people. That doesn't stop them.
All you can do is ignore it. If it makes you uncomfortable, let's just keep scrolling.
Pacific North Productions says, I've been to Idaho, seen potato fields and trains, mainly trains. I prefer sweet potato and normal potato fries, and no, you must choose one, good or evil.
If liking regular French fries makes me evil, then I'm the worst.
Luna says, OMFG, Twilight's parents' reaction to Twilight becoming a princess. I don't know, pride.
Yeah, I'm sure they cried.
Well, I said pride, but crying works too, yeah.
Yes, they also cried.
Sweet potatoes. Alright, so that's 3 people so far on my side. Brawny, Pacific North Productions, and me.
I hate you all.
I'm gonna make a Discord server. It's gonna be dedicated to sweet potato fries. I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna send you guys the invite link.
You disgust me.
Megan says, try truffle fries.
No, I won't.
Truffle.
I won't.
What are those? Oh, those. I've had those.
Are they like with mushrooms?
No.
That's what I thought a truffle was.
Goran says, good people. Doesn't matter what potatoes are best. What really matters is garlic bread.
Garlic bread is pretty important.
Clint says, one time I drew my characters hanging out at a cafe. It was fun. Luna, that's a bannable offense. I'm sorry. You're on the wrong side of the war.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
She's all for normal potato fries.
No, you're not banning her. This is my stream. That's my movement.
She's on the wrong side of the
You're
war.
on the
She's
wrong side of this stream. I can get you out of here. I created you. I can destroy you just as easily.
I mean, you could try, sure. Clint says, I've never been to a cafe, but I hear that it serves great food. Cafes are everywhere.
I love cafes.
At least where I am, I don't know. You see cafes everywhere. There's never. You can argue whether or not you can consider Starbucks a cafe or fast food. I think it's fast food, but
Fast drink. I mean, well, like, they do have food there, but it's not very fast.
they have food and it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I don't go there for food.
Just what's it called? Not just because it just doesn't taste good, which it doesn't, but and it's typical of all these big places. My little brother worked there, and he says that stuff's left out for hours on end.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't go there for food. Like I might be like, I want a donut or a cake pop because I don't think that's spoiled. But like, I wouldn't go there for like their breakfast sandwiches or stuff like that. No. In fact, I don't like fast food breakfast, like, at all. I hate going to McDonald's for breakfast. I hate going to any fast food place for breakfast. If I'm gonna eat out for breakfast, it better be someplace good like IHOP can make really decent cupcake pancakes. I'll go out and eat those. I'll go out and get something like a sit-down food. Other than that, I'll make my breakfast at home. I don't like them screwing up my breakfast. That's my first meal of the day. You're not gonna fuck up my day at the beginning.
Just go to an actual deli.
Yeah, go to an actual deli. Go to an actual restaurant. Have a decent breakfast.
Not a restaurant. Restaurants overcharged with too little portions.
Oh,
a deli is fine.
You're just gonna stick up your nose at everything.
Bogorna says, "We shall bring this message to the world: peace and garlic bread, and sweet potato fries."
No. What is that
Luna
shit
says,
you guys dip it in? Is that like marshmallow shit?
Yeah,
That's just fucking disgusting. Yeah.
Oh, I just choked on my own spit.
Good. Die.
Luna says, "Sweet potato fries are garbage. Shouldn't exist. You're treading very, very, very shaky territory."
No, you're not. You're not gonna do anything to them. You're not gonna do shit.
I'm gonna do so much.
You're not gonna do shit. This is my doctrine. You're in my domain. Don't you fucking with me.
Also, Megan, if you're still here, sorry. Have a nice night.
Oh, thank you, Megan.
Hope the update on the job application is a good update.
Yeah, I hope you're having a good time. What is it, kitty? Oh, you're probably hungry. Hold on, let me go feed this cat. It is that time.
Swear jar. Brawny, you've missed so much already. You've missed so much swearing already. It really doesn't matter. What you do isn't effectual. We all do is really just inconsequential in the end, and I think we all secretly know it. Whether we like sweet potato fries or garlic bread. Sweet potato fries. How many swear jar moments? Maybe 3? I don't know, maybe 3. You know, for some reason, Pacific North, it's funny you mentioned trains, because for some reason, when I saw the name Pacific North, the first thing that came to my mind was trains, and I know exactly the jokes and the memes that are going to be made, but I do like trains. I think they're my favorite mode of transportation. I don't know. Trains just seem a lot more stable. Sorta, kinda. If you're in New York, it's a little less than just other forms of transportation like boats and planes and cars. Oh, let me see, Clayton. Hold on. At this project, these junior high students who got chosen to protect the spirit world and the powers of elements. I mean, it covers the basics, sure. I don't know too much about the lore of what your creation is, but I guess it covers the basics.
Man, does this thing really tell me to do it 9 times?
What?
Yep, it tells me to do this 9 times. Because I'm like going around and around, and I'm like, man, this is making kind of a big hat. They really want me to do this 9 times? I'm like, yep, it says to do it 9 times. So I'm doing it.
Oh, and these are some old comments. Veroni says, Adolf Hitler was a phallic-shaped potato, or dictator, if you will.
That's nice, honey.
Okay, I already read the context for Clayton myself. I don't know if you're interested in hearing, Heather.
For what?
His creation. I'll read it again. Brandon, here's some context. I have this project about these junior high students who get chosen to protect the spirit world, and they have the power of the seven elements. Uh, he said the seven elements are water, fire, earth, air, dark, and light.
That's a little weird, but okay.
The only elements, the only thing of elements that I actually enjoy, and it's a relatively obscure video game. They made two video games for the GameCube. It's from this developer called From Software, which mostly makes, I think, Bloodborne and Dark Souls stuff now. But it's Lost Kingdoms 1, Lost Kingdoms, and Lost Kingdoms 2. It's this card game, but it's stupid. It's actually an interesting card game. I don't know. You're right, that is 6. I didn't even count. Thanks, Luna. I don't know how much about the game I want to tell you, because I kind of just want you to experience that for yourself. And if you ever choose to do a review, I have a lot of stuff to say on that game.
Alright.
If you have a GameCube or something that can emulate GameCube games, I definitely would tell you to give Lost Kingdoms and Lost Kingdoms 2 a try.
I'd have to look up like GameCube emulators because I definitely don't want to go buy out my own because I don't. Well, the fact they don't make them anymore, it's probably gonna be expensive to buy a pre-used one.
Okay, and Bronny had his whole swear jar thing. I told him he already a lot of moment.
Look, I already put 2 pennies in here today, so I was allowed at least 2. It's getting heavier. I wonder how full it is. Not very much, actually. We'll get there.
Bagorna says, this is an older comment. I mean, there's not even sweet potato fries in my country. Only regular French fries. Okay. Luna says, sweet potato fry, more like I want a sweet potato die. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, man. Oh, woo! Hilarious. Oh, my God, Luna. So funny. Anyway.
Relax, man.
Clayton says, the reason dark and light are elements is because they belong together and should never be separated.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like that freaking tweet I put of light versus darkness, but it was actually 2 puppies. Brandon, follow me on Twitter!
I had a Twitter for a second that I don't use. You know what? Do I even still remember the password? Give me a second. I don't think I even made a single tweet out to you. Let me see if I remember the password. It's probably a band name. Yeah, I was right. It was a band name. Let me see what you posted so far.
Look for the puppy video.
Saturday streams ago with my boy Brandon moderating. Professor says I need more friends to hit me up. Okay. Maybe I should tweet to you. How do I tweet to you?
You would like go tweet and then put @ and then my name and then.
Okay. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Heather, look at your Twitter now.
Hold on. I'm gonna finish this last one right here. Alright.
How do I log out? There we go.
Oh, you made me drop my pen again.
Oh boy, give me a second. I'll be right back. Again.
Okay. comfortable chair. Let's check on the stream. Something about chili fries. I would like those. Also kind of tired of the dark versus light cliche. Use good, I mean, like Batman, Superman, Cloak and Dagger, cool. There's a lot of stories that work with the balance of dark and light, especially for the E's. Just saying, they end up being way more nuanced than the good versus evil ones. I like it. Yeah, dark and light. I don't know. It's kind of a classic battle. I mean, you guys say you don't like cliches, but I like a good cliche. A trope.
Boogity boogity boo.
Oh, now you're back. Now that I decided to check the chat.
Okay. All right. You could pretend that I don't do anything in the stream. It's okay. You can pretend.
Oh my gosh.
But what has happened? What have you already read? I might as well read it.
I read past all the dark and light versus stuff.
Heather, you're the Mary Jane Sabroni's Peter Parker.
That's neat. I mean, I don't see him as a Spider-Man at all, but sure.
Luna says, by the way, glad you liked my reply to your Light versus Darkness tweet. Did you tweet back at me?
Yes, I did.
Let me see. Okay. How do I... That's because you in it. Wow. Good one. You got me. That's great. No, that's nice. That's cool.
It's cool. You know, I thought I should reply in the same level you at me with.
Give me 1 second. There we go. Aw, damn it. I think you adapted.
What do you mean?
I hate you, Heather. Check your phone.
Oh yeah, I put it on vibrate.
I just saw it light up on the video. Damn it, I hate you.
I'll check it in a second.
No, it was just me calling you.
Look, we don't want to listen to the freaking Legend of Zelda theme right now.
Yes, we do.
No. None of us.
And especially, I think his name is Murdoch. He's not here, right? It was a shame.
Nope.
I liked him.
Yeah, he usually makes himself known.
Okay. Pacific North Production says he's finished drawing his train and that this is the second stream he's entered today. It should be the only stream you entered today. There are no other streamers.
They don't exist. They're just a figment of your imagination.
Clearly they don't. That whole Twitch.com thing, no, just ignore that. That's Twitch.com. We don't talk about that. That's Twitch.com. No, I'm kidding. I go on there to watch speedruns sometimes. I think I have a Twitch account, but haven't streamed. I kind of want to give it a try, but
I have an
eh.
account. Don't use it at all. I used it like once to be a part of someone else's stream, but outside of that, no.
Clayton says, if I were to have a dark versus light story, I'd at least make it less cliche.
Cliche.
How? How so? And is dark and light a cliche thing in its itself?
It kind of is. It's a classic trope.
I mean, you could say that if I guess that's bare basics, but but light and dark represents different things too.
Yeah, it all depends on what you mean.
Yeah. I don't. Oh, sorry. Luna says I can't hear light and darkness without thinking of KH.
Kingdom Hearts.
I at least hope so. Kingdom Hearts.
Did it tell
I've
you
actually.
Sweetie has a keyblade by the front door?
I heard Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't all that great.
I wouldn't know. I do not play Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, it just processed to me that it was Kingdom Hearts KH for some reason. When you said Kingdom Hearts, my brain twisted it to mean Lost Kingdoms. Never mind. I hear Kingdom Hearts isn't bad. Kind of wanted to get into it, but I hear it's more convoluted than the Legend of Zelda timeline.
Ugh, that's why I strayed away from some of those games, because I'm like, I don't want to even try to understand what's going on.
You could just focus on the current game's plot and just
Sometimes,
which is hard to do because they all might be woven together, and you might need some outside context like comics or something. For example.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to have to do that.
Luna says she's going to bed soon.
Oh, that's okay. We'll see you later. Well, when you go to bed, we'll say goodnight to you.
Cleveland says, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not really a big fan of overused plot points, and who is?
I don't know. You've said cliche a couple times, so I figured as much. I like it. I don't know. I like a few good. There's a couple of tropes that I like a lot. Like, what's a good trope? I don't know, rivals to lovers is always a nice one. Like, there's a few, like, tropes in anime and stuff that I usually enjoy. Archetypes that I like to explore. So I don't try to, like, stick my nose up at cliches. I mean, there's some that get tiresome. Like, for one, I hate the time travel tropes. Like, we go back in time, we mess with something, oh no, now the future's different, now we have to go back and fix it, make sure it gets...
Those never work.
Yeah, I hated it. Which is why I was kind of divisive on the Marvel movie. I was just like, but, it's passable. I'll give it a pass. Which is why I will say Marvel Endgame was a good movie. It is not my favorite.
Bagorn says, Twitch seems too focused into subscribers and bits. It's kind of the thing that happens with websites like that. Pacific North Production says, I spent 3 hours on one stream with 7 other people waiting for it to start. The streamer's Wi-Fi didn't work.
No, that sucks.
That's a shame. I usually find that Heather's Wi-Fi works a little over half the time.
Yeah, if no one else is doing anything on it. I think our connection to each other is just bad. Because I don't have these many issues with other people. But that's always been the case with me in the internet. Like, it figures, like, when I was younger in high school, I would play Xbox Live with other people. But, of course, when it came to, like, one of my friends I would play with on their own, they'd be like, man, your internet sucks. I'm like, no, yours sucks, because I can play with everyone else just fine, but it's just with you.
Well, I don't know why that is. My connection's pretty good.
I don't
Maybe
know.
That's because your router or whatever is just as old and decrepit as your mic.
No, it's not. Sweetie bought a new one when I came here, and this is a freaking Yeti that looks next to new. My mic is good.
Yetis aren't that good.
They're pretty good.
I'm using Corsair, and I've never had a problem with Corsair. I mean, it's got this thing where sometimes it'll unplug, but that takes like a second to fix. Otherwise, it's pretty good.
Serious, like freaking Yetis are such a respected mic, and you're literally the only one who complains about how it works. The only one. No one else complains. Just you.
I'm sure that other people would like to say something, but they don't usually speak their minds. I'm just speaking my mind when I tell you that you're.
I don't know. I have to talk
stupid.
with Brawny all the time, and he can be just as critical as you, if not more so.
But bro, you're in a relationship with Brawny. He'll say stuff. He'll just say stuff.
But yeah, you get it. Also, we're in the last 10 minutes of the stream. Any comments, questions, topics, or concerns, bring them up now or forever hold your silence until the next stream.
Okay, so I guess that's hyper mode for me. Alright, Clayton says, another story I have in the process is basically my version of the Knights of the Round Table. Okay. Bugorna says, yeah, every Kingdom's Heart game is canon, even the DS and GBA ones. Clayton also says, has anyone used reincarnations?
Reincarnations. I can't remember the last time that was used outside of Avatar The Last Airbender.
Bugorna says, as far as... Oh, Luna says she's going to bed now. Nice talk to us all. It was nice talking to you, too.
See you later, Luna. See you next time.
Have a nice night. Bugorna says, as far as JRPGs go, it's kind of regular stuff, but overcomplicated and with Disney.
Yeah.
Clayton says the last time they used that storyline was in Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And Brawny says, Yetis are all about the acoustics of the room. I'd say they're overpriced. Other than that, they're as good as you can get on USB. Heather could probably tell you that our dating has not hampered my brutal honesty at all. So wait, does that mean... Hold on. Clayton says, Brandon, will you moderate next week? I enjoyed the stream. I kind of enjoy moderating, too.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on next week. If anything, you could still just hang out with us while we're on the stream.
Oh, yeah. I love third wheeling.
How is it third wheeling? Sweetie comes in half the time anyway.
Well, no, the last time... I mean, I haven't been... I don't usually tune to your streams, I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, that's understandable. Streams are boring.
The last time I moderated, yeah, Sweetie came in for a huge chunk of the later part. I remember that.
Yeah, like, she usually jumps in and just is like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing our shit. I don't mind. I like my friends coming on my streams and doing stuff with me.
Clayton, whatever the reason is, this isn't really the place to bring it up, so let's just not. Thank you. Bogorna says, y'all fight in the Brawny Gaming stream to see who moderates the chat.
Looking at the
Pacific North Production says, you can't hate me for liking Sweet Potato Fries because you know me in real life.
Me? I can hate a lot of people for stupid reasons. You can't control me.
Me or Heather? Pacific North Production. Wait. Pacific North. Trying to. Does Louie tune into your streams?
Not very often.
That's the only other person I could think of.
And it will probably say his name, totally Louie.
If Pacific North is talking to me and isn't just saying stuff.
Hard to say. If he's bothering you, you can just do whatever you want. And we'll probably
not bothering me. I'm more intrigued than anything else.
Oh, cool.
It's Clayton. It's a... God, Brawny! Killing me.
What'd he say?
We've been... Hold on. I gotta get a bucket. Hold on. We've been yammering a lot about sweet potato fries tonight. Hold on. Okay. So, yes, we have.
What's the bucket for? What's the bucket for, Brandon?
Oh no, that was just my absolute disgust with that pun.
Oh God. I thought you were gonna do like a little drum like da 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 for him.
I could.
Don't encourage him.
I have a full drum set downstairs. It's almost midnight where I am, and everyone will hate me if I use it, so no. Plus, it's covered in dust. I gotta clean that thing. I don't even play the drums. That's my big brother.
We're a musical
Anyway.
family.
Pacific North says it's not Louis. Sorry if I spelled his name wrong. You did, but it doesn't matter. Then no, I don't. If I know you in real life, then I honestly can't put a finger on it. I did say it, Bagorna. I didn't say it was good, because it's not. Heather.
Yes.
Heather, can I ban Brawny, please?
Yes, you can ban Brawny. It's the last 5 minutes of the stream, people. The last 5 minutes of the stream. Any comments, questions, or concerns, bring them up now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. What do you have to say? That was a yarn. That wasn't words.
Clean says, how many brothers do you have? I don't know who you're talking to. If it's me, I have 2.
I have 2 too.
One older, one younger.
I can't remember what I was doing now. Wait, now I do.
How's Knife doing? Looks like Knife's just doing usual Knife stuff right now. With sans the scratching. She's not doing the scratch.
She wants attention because I haven't been paying attention to her.
Clean says, Heather, I hope your mama enjoys the hat you'll make her.
Yeah, me too. Can't hope for too much.
Bagorna says, mashed potatoes are underrated. They're okay. Mashed potatoes are old people food.
You scared the cat. Like, as soon as you start, she was just like, what the
Clayton says, wish me luck on my project because it's super important to me. Good luck.
Ooh, I cracked it really hard then. Ooh, it's not good.
What'd you crack? Your sanity?
No, my knuckles, but you know what? Sure.
We always knew you weren't 100% sane.
Definitely not.
You belong in Mount Massive Asylum.
Yes. But I certainly would not go there given the choice. They can't help me.
Yeah, no. I think the people of Temple's Gate would be better. I think you'd fit better in Outlast 2.
No, I don't think so.
Just, by the way, for the record, no, you wouldn't.
No, I don't want to be salted, please. No.
Clayton says, I'll be sure to send you a link to a page. Okay. Okay, you can do that if you want. Don't know the next time I'll check this channel, but okay. Bronny said, oh, Clayton says good night to the both of us.
Good night,
Good night.
Moon.
Good night. Bronny says, I like sweet potato fries, but I don't like sweet potatoes. I mean, I can get that, because I was just saying this to Heather about how I like strawberries by themselves, but I don't like strawberry ice cream or strawberry flavor. I don't know. Maybe it's because for strawberry ice cream and strawberry flavoring, they put more stuff in it to kind of make it in that format.
Yeah.
You know.
What ice creams do you like?
Huh?
What ice creams do you like?
Chocolate mostly.
Yeah.
I thought I told you I was a chocolate person. I'm real big on chocolate. Dark chocolate is the best.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. I think I tried to block it out of my memory.
Yeah.
The last minute of the stream. Minute of the stream. Hurry.
Bagorna says, well, see y'all. I shall make a pizza.
Pizza's good.
I had pizza today. Apparently, olives aren't actually a bad topping, from what I learned from my friend. Olives aren't actually a bad topping.
I don't enjoy them.
And it's weird because I hate olives by themselves. Green olives.
Kitty.
Clayton says Mulan is the best.
Mulan's pretty good. I liked that movie.
Mulan, the first Mulan. Yes.
Yeah, I like that movie. Girl, we're fighting for.
Better than Marita. Marita. I don't know.
I don't know about the remake. Is it? It's not out yet. I know that. Okay, guys, the stream is at an end, so I want to thank everyone for showing up. I want to thank Brandon especially for moderating the stream in Bronny's absence. We hope to see him again. Give yourself a pat on the back, Brandon. Give it a big pat.
Okay.
And again, if you guys want to donate or whatever, I got my PayPal down in the description or whatever. Not a big deal. It's mostly just a swear jar. So how many times did I curse this stream? There was no one to stop me. So who knows? Whatever. Anyways, I had a great time. I feel like I got a lot done with that hat. I might finish it up tomorrow if I can. And I'll post it online. As I do still have to make a flower for it though. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I'm Heather Blossom. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.